One of my favorite questions to ask, really anyone, men or women, if I'm really trying to get to know them on a deeper level, and also it's just that it's just interesting, and I find it a very fascinating question to ask, is to ask this: what is your favorite childhood memory? What is your favorite childhood memory? I find that people are, one, surprised by the question, delightfully surprised. They love the question. You can just see the smile grow on their face. Um, they become, you can access something very special and very positive and very warm and loving, even in someone who's maybe closed off or cold or distant or whatever the case may be. People really respond really quite well to that question. And what I found is you get to really learn about someone on a really deep level, because people are shaped by their childhoods, and people have radically different childhoods. We all come in with certain expectations, like, oh, we all think that everyone grew up kind of similar to us. It's just, even if you are, you live an adventurous life and you meet lots of people, it's just an assumption we naturally make. So you learn how different people grow up, and you learn how they are as an adult, because the reality is our childhoods have a profound impact on who we are, our personality, our approach to relationships, our career, our identity, our sexuality, our body, whatever the case may be. These things you can draw a straight line. And so even one single positive memory, or the most favorite memory, you can see a lot in someone. You can learn a lot about them, about the family dynamics growing up, their interests, that sort of thing. For example, I was seeing one woman, and I even asked the question. We're just walking along a trail. There was a pond, and the pond reminded her of this childhood memory of her. And her dad would take her and her siblings out they had a little fishing boat on a little pond, and they'd go from time to time. She really loved it. And one time they went underneath, there's kind of branches hanging over the pond, and they had to lay down to go under it, and spiders fell down. She had to jump out the boat. She got so scared. And it's obviously a very nice, very beautiful memory. But it says a lot about that person, about her relationship with her dad, her siblings, what she enjoys. And, well, if you look at her profile picture, what is it? It's her as an adult on a boat. If you look at her life, where did she live? She lived on the ocean her whole life. Look at her career. She was always doing something in relationship to water or the ocean, and she ended up working at the Coast Guard. I mean, you could just draw a straight line from that one memory. I don't even know if that's her. I ended up asking the question, and that wasn't her favorite memory, but it was a positive memory of childhood, and you could see how a profound impact it had. I mean, she just had a love of boats and the water that throughout her whole life. And so it's a really nice question. You can see. It's really, you access something very special, which is you actually access love. Because children love unconditionally. They love in a very pure way that's very difficult for adults to do. As we get older, we become a lot more guarded, we get more protective, we have bad experiences, so we understand the risk more. We know that love and opening ourselves up is very risky. So it's difficult for us to love like we did as a child. But a child just loves with their whole heart, with full openness, unconditionally, in a very, very pure way. And so when you get someone to access that memory, you actually kind of see a glimpse of that childlike love in that moment. It doesn't last forever, obviously. But in that moment, they feel that warmth, they feel that kind of tenderness that in all honesty, it can be quite hard to access at times as an adults, and most adults really do chase. We chase that feeling in our lives all the time. And it certainly shows up a lot in our sexual and our romantic relationships. That sort of childlike love, is particularly for usually a parental figure, shows up all the time in our relationships. So I think it's a nice question. It's not sexual. It's not inherently romantic. It is. I just want to get to know the person. I want to see what their life was like when they were a child. I just love it. I think it's just really it's a fun question to answer. It's a fun question, really delightful to hear the answer to the question, and it's kind of, and to see the smile that puts on people's faces. It's just really nice.